Welcome to Nerf Hunt. Sorry, Man Cave. Game Man Corner. Hi there, welcome to another episode of Nerf Hunt, episode 24, 384.94. The newest drivers from Nvidia for Lawbreakers, Ark Survival Evolved, Fortnite Early Access, Dark and Light, Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, and even the Valkyrie VR experience Ultra settings. So a lot of games being affected with the driver, but how does it affect existing games and existing driver performance? Let's have a look. Now, looking at 3D Mark V Strike, the performance is basically less than 1%, well, basically 1% down, a little bit more, but still within margin of error. So, really not that bad. Time Spy, when we look at the non-async performance, slightly down, but with less than 1%, so within margin of error. And with async on, similar, also less than 1% down, but also within margin of error. I'm going to be repeating margin of error quite a lot now. Alright, going on to Heaven. Again, less than 1%, slightly down. Again, like I said, all within margin of error. Valley is a little bit more than 1% down, but nothing really to go bad about. Superannuation. OpenGL, well, that one's interesting. Firstly, DX11, slightly down, less than 1% down, but OpenGL slightly up, less than 1%. So yes, again, everything within margin of error. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Wildlands, slightly down, less than 1%. And yes, nothing wrong there. Sniper Elite. Now, as you know, I've got an issue with Sniper Elite. It's very inconsistent between runs, so I would say this game suffers, not to have any disrespect for the ladies, but it suffers from some PMS on its own. So just to say that. Sorry for saying it. Ladies, forgive me, but yes. If we look at the DX11 performance, it is 3% down to the previous driver, which is borderline margin of error, but still, I'm not really pleased with that slight dip. But again, it's not more than 10%, so I wouldn't say it's a nerf. Although overall performance is 4% down on the best score, so yeah, take it at that. DX12, compared to the previous driver, it's actually exactly the same, and still 8% down to the best performance I've had. Although, I don't know, since it's so up and down, the performance on the benchmarks, it's difficult to say what's going on there. coming to async on, it's actually 1% up to the previous driver. But overall, still 3% down on my best score. So, yeah. Like I said, if you compare DX11, DX12, and DX12 with async, it's totally all over the place. Gears of War. Now, previous benchmark that I did was definitely, you can see, Microsoft did something weird with the UWP gaming environment, and as such, I was expecting it to go slightly up. So yes, we got a 3% increase over the previous driver. I think they have done a patch, but still, it's very, very more. I think the game is becoming more CPU bottlenecked on my machine instead of GPU. But yeah. Deus Ex Mankind Divide. Now, DX11 performance is less than 1% down. Nothing to write home about. DX12 performance is also less than 1% down. Again, nothing to write home about. Doom! OpenGL, less than 1% down. Woohoo! Vulkan, 2% down, the previous driver. Again, within margin of error. Now, if you look at Vulkan compared to its the best score I've ever had, it is actually 7% down. So it's inching close to what I would say potentially being considered nerfed. I know Vulkan performance on Maxwell is not the best, and even DX12 is not the best, since the architecture was not really geared for it, hardware-wise. They're doing their best on the software drivers, but yeah, that's about it. So, now let's see what's overall performance impact. Now, if we go on the averages of the differences between the previous driver and this driver, you're looking at a slight degradation of about 0.4, almost 0.4%. Now, not much really there. So if you have the previous driver and you're using this driver, nah, I wouldn't even bother unless you really want to do it for one of these new games that come out. I can't speak for the performance gain on them because I don't have one of them. When we consider the performance in terms of overall best scores on each benchmark, I would say we're looking at a less than 3% degradation. So overall, it's still within margin of error. But yes, it's you don't really like to see anything go below like 1% or more than 1% going down. So it irks me a bit, but nothing bad there. So overall, I can say the driver is stable. It's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. So if you have one of the new games, yes, by all means get it. It will most likely just help you there. But if you don't have any of the new games and you don't really need to upgrade your drivers, don't get it, or don't even bother. But yeah, that's up to you. It's still your decision to do if you want to do an upgrade or not. So the nerf is still not officially there, although Microsoft is trying its best to nerf itself. I can give them, but yeah, if you still have your Maxwell cards, it's definitely still worth it. Although if you're running your Maxwell card on an older CPU, like I've got a Haswell, if you got, I would say anything Haswell or lower, you'd most likely start seeing some CPU bottlenecks in the near future. So you might want to consider upgrading. I, for one, will be upgrading early next year to most likely Skylake X. I know it's a hot thing, but what I've seen, if you do it sensibly, it's still worth it. So, yes, the nerf is not there. If you like this video, please click the like button. If you don't like it, click dislike and give us some feedback and let me know what's the issue. Overall, please subscribe, and if you really want to support us, why not become a patron? The Patreon link will be shown here somewhere. So, thank you very much for watching. Hope to see you soon. Goodbye.